Hey guys, today is Friday, September 4th. The time is 9:05 p.m. and the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. I'm currently walking north on Bathurst Street, just over the rail tracks, and the plan for this walk is to head up to King Street, which is just a few blocks north of here.
Just that one conversation, but I was also kind of...
And then I'll head on through the city's main nightlife area to see how things are doing tonight and find my way over to a subway station. This is the beginning of Front Street West. And that's stacked. A fairly new container market that's popped up on Bathurst Street.
Actually, is it a plant?
And the last few videos I did through this area turned out to be quite popular, so I thought I'd come back and get an update on things. The streetcars currently aren't running on Bathurst Street due to some construction just to the south of here. There's a guy going way too fast on his bicycle on the sidewalk. Common complaint of mine if you've watched this channel before. And this here is Niagara Street.
So,
It's safe to jaywalk. So things should start to get a bit more lively as I get towards King Street West. It is only 9 p.m., so it's still a bit early for the nightlife to be in full swing. And before this, I just did a live stream down Queen Street West, and then I just walked along the waterfront. And I would say for an end of summer Friday night, things are a lot less busy than usual. Of course, we are still in the middle of the pandemic. I apologize here, this part is particularly dark. And just up ahead on the southwest corner of King and Bathurst is the Wheat Chief, which is the oldest bar in the city of Toronto. It was closed for quite a while. They renovated it, but it's since reopened, and it seems to have a rather lively patio going on outside. So it's certainly a lot less busy than the last time I came through here, but that was a bit later into the evening. I'd be curious to come back in a few hours and see what it's like. And just up ahead here is Lee Restaurant. Which is run by well-known Toronto chef Suser Lee. It seems to be quite busy at least. There's Ruby Soho. The last time I was through here, it was so busy I couldn't even move through the sidewalk. That's the 504 King Street streetcar, which runs through the area. I'm just waiting to cross to the north side here. And the scent of marijuana in the air is quite strong. It's impossible not to notice. That's a new reality here in Toronto. I mean, it's always been something you would smell from time to time, but now it's just pretty much a constant everywhere you go. So far, this has the makings of a rather tame night out in the city of Toronto. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon for there to be incidents in this area that make the news after a Friday or Saturday night. I think there's often a lot of hot-headed drunk people out on the streets. Fortunately, I can't recall something like that happening recently, but it used to be the case. Every so often you'd check the news and find out that something bad happened here. But I guess that's to be a given in any neighborhood like this where you have a high concentration of people out drinking all night, or at least until last call. There's Belfast Love. And this here is Brant Street. There's a few drinking establishments just north on Brant.
Brunette. I know that's the first one.
So I think what I'll do is I'll keep on heading east here over to John Street. And then from there I'll turn north. Pretty sure I've seen this car down here before. You don't tend to forget something like that. I'm sure someone will chime in on the comments. It's the exact model and probably year of that.
I'm sorry.
That's on their street.
And this is Spadina Avenue. The CN Tower looming in the background. I suspect the key difference between one of these pandemic nights out versus the regular nights, as I have in previous videos, is that there's less people from the 905 and surrounding suburbs making a trip into the city to do some drinking. Looks like we have another Lamborghini on that side. Some kind of Mazda 3 peeling out from behind it. That's kind of funny. Whenever you go to an area like this, there's always some flexing going on. It's not uncommon to see some nice cars. Yorkville's another spot in the city where I bet you'd see some cars like that right now. There's a streetcar turnaround right here. You might notice things are a bit tamer the further we travel east. Most of the clubs in Nightlife are behind me to the west of here. But we are heading towards the older Nightlife district. So I'll head north up John. I've heard that one of the bars there has closed or is closing, called the Office Pub. Their King Street location recently closed, so I'm curious to check that out. And here's our third supercar tonight. There's a look south down Peter Street. A good 15 years ago, Peter Street used to be a hotspot of nightclubs. I remember a few in particular. One was called Level, which changed names a bunch of times, and another was called the Boulevard Room. And back then, when you went to a club, someone would come in and take your picture and then give you a business card, and it would link to some kind of website. And you'd find the club you're at, match it with the date, and sure enough, your picture would be online. And I think if you wanted a high resolution version of that picture, you could pay them a little bit for it. I think that was the business model, at least. Those days are certainly long gone. And here's what is left of the King Street restaurant row. I'm trying to cross the street here, but not all of these cyclists are obeying the law and turning their lights on at night, if they even have them, making it a bit difficult to safely cross, but we've done it. So this is Restaurant Row on the right, and on the left is the Toronto International Film Festival Lightbox Cinemas. This area certainly feels like a shadow of its former self. And this is John Street, so from here I'll head north. As long as that car doesn't hit me. There's a really strong marijuana smell right now. I think this condo will be something special. I'm sure you can't even see it right now because there's no lights, but I quite like the design, and it's refreshing not to see generic glass facade on a new condo downtown for once. That's La Carnita on the left, a Mexican restaurant. It's quite popular in this area. And there should be an ice cream shop called Sweet Jesus just in here. I guess he's playing the check the empty box of cigarettes lottery and hope there's a usable cigarette in there. I have only been in that Hooters once, and it was a very long time ago. So I couldn't really tell you much about it. That's not a chain that has really caught on too big north of the border. I have noticed a few of them overseas though, where I lived in Seoul, Korea. In Gangnam there was a Hooters. I've also found them in Bangkok. Here it is, the office. Oh, the Town Crier Pub. So I think it was this one here that was the office pub. So it's true, they are gone. That's a shame, that was a nice bar. Probably another victim of COVID. This place marked, I believe, used to be a Milestones. This whole development is rumored to be coming down and being replaced with new condos. This here on the right is the Ballroom, which is a bowling pub. How'd that guy get down here so fast? That was the guy checking an empty box of cigarettes for a surprise. So this is Richmond Street, which is a one-way street. This patio here is a collaboration between the Ballroom, which is that bowling pub we went by, and the Fifth Social, which is just to the east of here. Looks like there's some playoff basketball going on. The Lakers 16, Houston 17. I'm sure that'll be highly relevant to you by the time you watch this. I came by here later on one of my walks. It was either a Friday or Saturday, and it was completely empty. So I think that place has a bit of an early closing. I think that's the old Whiskey Saigon nightclub. There's a look at the Fifth. I'm just going to head north to Queen Street here, as it's a bit more interesting from here on out, and head on over to Ossington Station and call this one a walk. It's been a long night of walking for me. I walked all the way along Queen Street West, the entire length of it. Then I went down to the waterfront and walked from Yonge basically over to Bathurst, and then up to where I started this walk and over. And I'm only at 21,000 steps on the day. Although I guess when you do them all at once, it feels like more than that.
Yo, buddy.
Hey, how's
How
it
you
going?
doing? All good? Oh,
Yeah.
you're filming.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey, nice to see you, eh?
yeah, I'll shoot you a DM. There's a blast from the past. An old coworker. So this is Queen Street West. I'm now heading east on. And shortly up ahead will be Osgood Station. I'll pop on my mask and continue filming as I head down and hop onto a train. There was some awkward sidewalk passing if I've ever seen it.
Short turn to Newark and Green.
So that streetcar isn't going the full way down the track. It will be short turning at Greenwood. And here we are at University Avenue. What the heck, I'll just continue on down to St Andrew Station, which is the next station to the south. It's only a few blocks south of here. I think I've got a few more steps in me tonight. This Hilton Hotel used to have a heart-shaped configuration made with some of the room lights. And this is Richmond Street West, which I was walking along not too long ago. That's the Shangri-La Hotel just on the right. There are condo residences as a part of this development. That building with the funky LED light running up the side is the St. Regis, formerly the Trump Tower. But a few years ago it was rebranded. And the Trump Tower in Vancouver recently either rebranded or closed. So I don't think there's any more hotels under that brand left in Canada. And just up here is King Street West and St Andrew Station. I'll be dipping into. Oh, what do you know? Another supercar. All right, let me pull my mask out. And I'll get my Presto card out. Kind of at that time of year where you could either wear shorts and a t-shirt or a sweater and pants. And some nights will cool off considerably. Here I could take either the northbound or the southbound. But if I take the southbound, I won't have to transfer on my way home. If I take the northbound, I'll have to transfer twice. While I was watching the northbound train roll in, my train came. As you can see, it's not very busy.
Next station is Union Station.
All right, I think I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching. There are links to Instagram and my Patreon account if you wish to support this channel in the description, as well as a link to my new channel, Johnny Stumbles. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.